up guys, Blake and Tom from the Football Boots team, and today we have something very special. We are testing all of Adidas' elite level lineup, including the Predator, the X and the Nemesis.
Yep, that is right. So through today though, we're going to need your guys' help at home. Constantly we're going to be asking you guys to vote in the poll card and give us your thoughts to help us decide which boots are best.
And before we kick things off, I have to give a massive thanks and shout out to the Boot Room and Lifestyle Sports for sending all of these boots to us, so check their link out in the description.
I can't stop, this feeling's taking over me.
So let's get straight into it and talk about the uppers. So 3 points for the best upper, 2 points for the second best upper, and just 1 point for the third best upper. Out of the Adidas lineup, which boot do you think has the best upper?
For me it is very clear which one of these uppers are the best, and I have to say it's the Predator. It's just so plush, so soft. I really like it.
So the Predator 18.1 and the 18 Plus both have a primeknit upper, which is the thickest, but it's also the most comfortable as well.
Yeah,
I mean, talking about the Nemesis, you've got the Messi versions on. It's got a sort of new, unique forefoot here with agility bandage. It's very thin. It's got a bit of foam padding. I think it's okay. What about the X? What do you think about the X?
The X, I think the X and the Nemesis are actually very similar when it comes to the upper.
Yep.
Very synthetic, very barefoot feel, which some players love.
Yep.
Personally, both of them, I'm saying they're okay. I'm not really a synthetic boot version person. What do you think?
I think you just answered it for us. I think we have to give the Predator with its primeknit upper 3 points.
100%.
I think it's too hard to decide between the Nemesis and the X, so 2 points each for those two boots.
Alright, so that's our points, but what do you guys think? Make sure to vote in the poll card now. Alright, so the Predators have taken an early lead with the upper. Now we're on to shooting, so we're just going to hit some balls and see how they feel.
Which boots are you going for?
I gotta go for Predator again. Obviously the upper kind of lends to shooting.
I'm going to go for the X18 Plus because it is really a striker's boots. Obviously most SALAH wears it, so let's go.
Oh, the X,
There's Luis Suarez in front of goal.
all good?
Solid start.
Oh,
That feels good.
I don't think anymore.
Alright, so obviously the X18 Plus boot feel pretty good. The laceless version feels very good when you're shooting the ball. Now I'm going to lace up something different. I'm going to go with something like the Messi Nemesis. So obviously, Tommy, the X's are really good for me. How are the Predators going?
You've got to change boots. I'm saying I'm just going to stay in the Preds because I'm really enjoying them. Just such a clean striking zone on that ball.
It's a lot more plush, isn't it, on the Predators?
Yeah.
On these two SALAHs, it's almost like a speed boot. So here we go.
Oh! Messi! What a finish.
Tommy!
Oh my word! This is going to be another volley. Oh! Jesus!
I'll take that.
That's a hard technique on the half volley.
So best boot for shooting, which one, Tommy?
I think you already know my answer. I'm probably starting to look a little bit biased by now, but I'm saying the Predator. The upper's just so plush.
I mean, I haven't worn those, but I know how plush it is. I think that has to take the 3 points again. Now again, the Nemesis and the X, very different, but you get more of a sort of barefoot strike, more contact on the ball on the X, so that's 2 points, and the Nemesis with 1 point.
Alright, so let's talk about the collars now. Blake, what are we saying about the X?
Well, the X has what we call the claw collar, and it's actually very tight. It locks the heel down very nicely. It's slightly different on both of these models. One's mesh and one's more rubbery, but it definitely locks down the foot. What about the collar on the Predator?
So on the Predator we have this knit collar, and I'm saying it is very comfortable, but lockdown and responsiveness is not exactly the best. But Blake, what about the Nemesis?
And so the Nemesis has what we call the dual lock collar. Now it's the least collars of the lot. It's more of a low cut design. The 18 Plus has a slightly high bit on the medial side, provides the least amount of lockdown of all the Adidas SALAHs.
Yeah, so I'm saying out of collars, obviously I think the X should get the 3 points. with that claw collar. It is very, very good. Then I'm saying probably the Predator with 2, and then the Nemesis with just 1 point, as it is the least of a collar out of the 3 boots.
Alright, we've decided what is the best boot for shooting, but now we have to decide which is the best Adidas boot for touch. So controlling the ball and touching the ball. A little touch challenge in the 4 cones, you have to keep it inside. You ready?
Yep, let's go. So 3 stages: along the ground, off the ground a bit, and then up high. All good. Easy on the ground. Alright. Yeah, not bad. Okay, and up high. It's alright.
Too easy.
It's alright. Alright, on to X now, right foot. Easy. Alright, high one. This is the test. Pluck it out. Yeah, alright. Alright, Blake, you jump in now on the Nemesis. Too easy. Nice, Blake. Alright, here's the test. Let's see it. Ooh! Ooh! No, I'll give it to you.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Alright, but what are we saying for the touch then?
I mean, it's all about how plush each other's upper is. I actually don't rate the X, even though I've worn it. I think we had to give the 3 points to the Predator. What do you think?
Yeah, once again, the plush upper doing the job for the Predator. I'm saying 3 points for it, but 2 points. You're leaning towards the Nemesis.
I'm giving it to the Nemesis because it does have that foam lining inside the boots, making it slightly more comfortable for passing the ball. So 3 for the Predator, 2 for the Nemesis, and 1 for the X. So now onto the bottom of the boots, we're talking about the sole plates of each model. Which one do you think has the best sole plate?
Alright, so we're talking about the flexibility and the stud layout of the boots. Also, obviously, some have external heel counters.
Yep.
I'm saying probably the best sole plate is probably the X for me.
Yep.
But what's your thoughts?
The X has a very, very flexible speed frame sole plate. It's definitely the most flexible, but in terms of comfort, I think the Predator has to win it because it's got a standard stud system. It's almost like a hexagonal design or a square design on those studs there. The Nemesis is actually a combination between the two. It's very, very flexible, but quite rigid as well. I think I'm going to give the points to the X because it's just that flexible.
Yeah.
Then the second place, I'm probably going to give it to
Nemesis, I'm saying, because it's got a mixture of both.
Yep.
I'm saying the Predator, although it's quite comfy, it hasn't got the flexibility.
Yep.
It's not really like responsive in terms of sole plates. So
yeah, Predator, 1 point. So I've got Tommy running behind me. He's testing how responsive each football boot is. Now in terms of responsiveness, the X has that claw collar, it has a lace system on the X 18.1. It's easily by far the most responsive of the lot. Tommy, how does the Predators feel, especially the laceless version?
a little bit sloppy. Not too responsive, to be honest.
Not too responsive. So obviously the Predator, the 18.1 is the more responsive of the two because it does have laces. The 18 Plus is probably the least responsive boot of the elite level range from Adidas. And the Nemesis sort of sits in between the middle. We've got the lace 18.1, so that's definitely more responsive. I'm giving 3 points to the X. Agree, Tommy? 3 points to the X.
Yeah, I'll give 3 points to the X.
2 points to the Nemesis, and 1 point for the Preds.
Yeah, I'd agree. What you guys have been waiting for. Get it? We're doing the weights, so weights of the boots, what are we saying?
Are we still recording?
Yeah, that's class, mate. Come on, let's go.
We'll keep going. So which football boot is lighter? I'm going to ask you, Tommy. You put in order what boot you think is the heaviest and what boot you think is the lightest.
Heaviest, easy days. Predator's got to be the heaviest boot.
So that goes there. Nemesis or X?
I'm saying Nemesis is heavier than the X.
Okay, well Tommy has absolutely smashed it. So 3 points for the X. The weight of it is around 200 grams. The Nemesis is obviously second with 2 points, and the Predator is the heaviest with 1 point. So now on to the price of each football boot. Now 2 boots are the exact same price, the 18.1 and the Plus version combined, and one version is different. So the 18 Plus and the 0.1 are all in each boot bag. You have to guess which one combined is the cheapest.
The cheapest?
Yep.
So these two are the same price and they're the
Same.
most expensive,
Yep,
and that's the cheapest.
that's the cheapest. So which is the cheapest silos combined?
That's hard, you know. I'm gonna go for, I think Predator's expensive,
Yep.
and I think the Messi's probably quite expensive because Messi wears it. So I'm gonna go with the X being the cheapest.
The X is in fact the cheapest because the 18 Plus is just £230 and the 18.1 is £180. So obviously these are the next most expensive. Obviously we've got the 18.1, which is 180, and the Predator 18 Plus, which is £250. The same thing with the 18 Plus Nemesis, that is £250, and the 18.1 is just £180. So the X gets the 3 points, and these two boots get 2 points.
Alright, so obviously when you look at this pack, there are some absolutely banging colorways which are gonna light up the stage at the World Cup. But what are we looking at here, Blake?
Tommy, again, it's another quiz challenge. I want you to rank the best colorway to the worst. The best colorway obviously gets 3 points, and the worst just gets 1 point.
Okay.
So these are combined.
Yeah. I know you're gonna agree with me first off. Best colorway, the Preds.
I think that has to win.
Alright. And then I'm saying X.
X.
Personally, green boots aren't really me, and these orange ones, the two-tone color just doesn't quite do it for me, so that would be my order. Predator, X, then Nemesis.
I mean, I think we're talking for the majority here, and please vote the poll card now with what color you think is best out of the Adidas Energy Mode pack. So now on to the professional players and who wears what. So name me 3 players for the Nemesis, Tommy.
So obviously the GOAT, Messi
GOAT.
himself is definitely wearing these. Firmino and also Jesse Lingard.
Now for the X, obviously we've got SALAH, we've also got Gareth Bale and David De Gea, and for the Predator we've got POGBA, Ivan Rakitic and Dele Alli. And now I'm going to ask you this question. What percentages of the Europe's top 5 leagues wear each silo?
Okay, so we're saying that out of all the Adidas contracted players, this percentage wear this model boot.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nemesis, I'm saying it's a really, really small percentage. I know Messi wears it,
Yep.
but supporting players, I don't think there's heaps. So I'm
Okay.
going to say maybe 12%.
Okay.
All right, X, I think there's more. There's definitely more, I reckon, that wear that speed-themed boot. I'm going to go 18%.
Okay.
I feel like I need to be way higher here. Predator, I think it's even more. I'm going to say like 25%.
I think Tommy's well off considering all these boots. The loser is obviously, Tommy is right, the Nemesis with just 5% of all Adidas players wear that silo, so not many players at all. Coming in at second place is of course the Predator, that is worn by 40% of the Adidas
40.
professionals. And obviously the X is one with 45% of the Adidas professionals, so 3 points, 2 points and 1 point.
So the copper doesn't exist.
I don't even think anyone wears the copper, do they?
Dead.
So obviously the X has won at the end of the day with the most points, the Predator coming in at second place and the Nemesis coming in at third place. Now they're all elite level ranges, they're all very, very good in their own unique way. Again, the Nemesis could be just as good as the X, the Predator is obviously very good as well. What are you going to choose out of all the silos?
So obviously it comes down to completely personal preference for you guys and what boot you prefer. Me, I kind of made it clear at the start of the video, the Predator 18 Plus is the boot for me. I just take comfort over everything else,
Yep.
so that would be my choice.
And obviously I'm going to go with the Predator as well, but not the 18 Plus. I'm going to go with the Predator 18.1 because it has laces so you can lock it down. But as I said before, they're all very, very good, and I have to give a massive shout out to the boot room at Lifestyle Sports for sending all of these boots to us. So check their link out in the description. That's us, Tommy.
Yeah, but also we want to hear from you guys. We want you guys to tell us what
Exactly.
boot you would choose, so make sure to vote in that poll card one last time. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and
We'll see you next time. Top bins, crossbar.
no, don't be silly. Oh, you've embarrassed yourself.
It wasn't even close.